Hello everyone, JVC 1103
Let's
here.
have a round of applause for everybody who came out to see us today. Thank you so much.
Hello Alan Bastrick. Anyway, it's JVC 1103 here. Welcome to SRX the game. And yes, Pearson got it out early at midnight. Sadly, it's about 3 a.m. here where I'm at. And yeah, I had to wait for it to finish downloading. And
Let's have
yes,
a round of applause for everybody who came out to see us today. Thank you so much.
okay, Alan. As you can see, we're at Lucas Oil Raceway, Indianapolis. We're with the SRX, and we're going to do a 100% race. This is going to be a two-part video. Let's just get the heats done.
After our random draw for starting spots, we're ready for Heat 1.
This is my very first race, and I have to say I am loving this game. And I've only done 5 minutes of practice. I kind of wish the game didn't randomly draw me second. Oh! Sorry, didn't mean that. Oh boy. And as you can see, we're playing as Tony Stewart, and yes, I still kept on Alan Bastrick. We're also playing on hard difficulty. I'm not gonna lie, I'm loving this. And for this literally being their Monster Games first asphalt in, well, the Tony Stewart series, since this technically is the third game. Man, this is definitely a step up from sprint cars to All-American, now this. And I think we get to see the real life product in 2 more weeks. Yeah, currently the SRX game on the Twitter wants to actually see some screenshots. What better way to do than do a video? And seriously, I've only done 5 minutes of practice, and I'm really loving the handling. But man, oh, this is pretty well done. This kind of makes me actually, I'm kind of glad. You tell them out. But like I'm trying to say, I'm really glad that I got to play the NASCAR Heat reboot series 2 all the way up to 5. And yes, I kind of know what happened in NASCAR Heat 5, and it kind of sucks that what happened in Monster Games. But since they got the Tony Stewart license, man, this has been insane. They've been knocking it out of the park and getting better and better with every game. But this right here, man, I wish this is what we got in NASCAR Heat. Because, man, this is sick. Like, it's insane. And I've only just played literally 1 track, and I literally fell in love with this game. Last week I did for the first time jump on board the career mode for Tony Stewart All-American Racing, because there were multiple parts from that game that was put into this game for the career mode when the screenshots were shown of the career mode for this game. And in All-American Racing, it really was well done. An improvement from the career mode from sprint car racing. So I cannot wait to get into that. If that's something interesting that you guys want to see in the channel, I wouldn't mind doing it. But right here, oh man, this is pretty nice. And if you haven't noticed, I'm not a big custom setup guy. I'm just pretty much a preset guy. In this game, they do, if you're not on the hard, you know, skill setting when it comes to, you know, your controls. You can't do custom setups. It's kind of a fixed setup, which I kind of don't mind. Whoa, that's my lap. I am really putting in the work. I was about 2/10 higher than I in practice, as you saw at the start. But man, this feels really good. I still kept the tires in less tire wear. There is a normal tire wear function and turning tire and fuel consumption off function. So I know midway through the main event, stage 3, which you'll see in the next part, I may have to start conserving a little bit. He too is going to be the big decider. And like I said, since we don't know how they're going to do these heat races in the the main race in real life, we just got to go by for what we're doing right here. Woo! Hello! Man, I'm not gonna lie, this is pretty sweet. Excuse me, Marco, coming. Woo! Sir. Now, when I looked at the screen for the info, they did say that the feature race was gonna take about 55 minutes. And if I do remember, they did say this game is going to have the same function as the previous 2 games. Green laps only counts. That could be a problem. No, Paul. Come here, mate. Thank you. Come on, we can do this. Just drive through it. Kind of makes them still doing decent and good lap times. I'm wondering once we get, if the series goes to like a season 3, would go from 12 to 16. That would be pretty insane. But I think that it could go up to 16 cars as a max. But for right now, having 12 with the world's best, it's a pretty nice start. Since these cars are pretty much, they're built as road course race cars that can run on oval and dirt tracks. I really hope in the future the series may expand to maybe at least 8 to 9 races and add maybe 1 or 2 road courses, maybe at another oval, a little bit bigger. And for now, the fourth season, the first 6 tracks, that's going to be very great to watch in 2 weeks. I'm about to pass Awesome Bill. Nope, that wasn't going to work. Kind of shame for what happened with his son. It's good to see that Chase finally got a win this season in NASCAR, but it's about his spotter. That's kind of bad. And speaking of one NASCAR, here's another good old Mikey. Oh boy. Oh, that sound. Oh, that's just, seriously, wow, motorsports games. You could have had this and then your own custom sim engine. You would have had options. Oh. I really hope that Monster Games actually get a couple more racing franchises underneath them as well, because you can't let this right now. This is perfect. I wouldn't, in a way, for I would say someone like me as a sim cave, this just works. If really NASCAR the reboot series ran like this, man, this would be awesome. I would love to see the other past racing series from the previous two games come back as well. But like I said, this is my first race. And so far, I'm loving it. Okay, I think my tire, I better just ease off just a little bit. Like I said, I'm playing 100% hard difficulty, so gotta be a little bit easy. Also, time through where it is on less. I may have to go into the custom settings and maybe crank up the difficulty. Well, really too, we're going to go 2 laps down, and this is just the heats. Heat 2 is going to be more interesting since we're going to have to actually pass people. But I guess we're going to find out, they do have a little bit of a break and change tires. This would be a good chance to test some lifting and coasting right now. Oh! Whoa! I have left all the way up to 5th place. Wow. I've been booking it. Alrighty. Whoop. No, please. No, not now. Woo! We're supposed to leave. Holly, help. Oh, no. No, I didn't mean. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Darn it. Got loose. Whoopsies! Yeah, unlike NASCAR, there's no lucky dog here. Good to know. Can I stop being dumb? Like I said, I am Simcade for a reason. Oh man, I hate that. You know how this feels without light assist. Then again, I actually was playing on a harder low assist before starting this video in practice and turning a couple assists. It was pretty challenging. But man, this is just the first heat, and it's been pretty competitive. Yeah, I know I've been leaving most of it, but man, restarts are gonna be a challenge. So far, I'm quite amazed with the tires as well. I know this is not NASCAR heat, but this being the first game in the Tony Stewart series where tire wear is going to become a factor, this is pretty well done. And it's kind of pretty even. Like, one of my big issues with the NASCAR Heat Series was the right front. That thing would wear twice as much than the other three tires. And it really became a pain. Neither in it runs well. It forced me to pit at least, depending on the track, maybe 3 laps on the bigger tracks, but on short tracks, maybe 10 laps earlier before the other cars, which was pretty annoying. So far right now, the tires are wearing pretty even. The right front is wearing down a little bit more, but it's very balanced. And I'm really enjoying this. And we're about to come to yep. We're coming to the end, and it's time for the final lap of Heat 1.
One more time around.
And this has been an absolutely dominating performance, as literally only have 4 calls in the lead lap. But it's time for the inversion. All right. We got the win for Tony Stewart. And that's the results. Sorry about that, I wanted to test something for a second. So, we got 12 points. Time change. And it's time for Heat 2. Now we gotta be serious. Okay, yeah. That's what I thought. It carry over. Like I said earlier, in Heat 1, we really gotta save the tires now. Woo! I'm really loving it. I may got a little bit of assist on, but one mistake and we're going around. Man, look at that giraffe. He caught right up with Scott's speed. There we go. Just try to high lane and see what works for us right now. Use this as a little test session. Oh. Excuse me, Scott. Scott. Woo! Excuse me, buddy. Thank you very much. Oh, yeah. Driving too much. I think that's Bobby Santos the third behind us. Good to know I ain't the only fast one here. Yep, that's Bobby Santos the third. Following us through the whole Heat 1. And it looks like he's going to be our main problem. I really want to try to save some tires, knowing that the feature race is going to be 100 laps in the next part. But man, oh baby, I know I got speed, it's just trying to save the tires. This is my one and only time I'll do 100%. But I'll use this for every second I can do. Oh, dude, that's one of those. Just don't mind me. Just enjoy the lovely sounds of this V8 750 horsepower race car. This is just simply amazing. Right now, I think we're getting quite even right now. It's just really me and Bobby right now. We still got about 10 minutes plus one lap to go. Like I said, Bobby Santos III, that's our biggest competitor right now. Question is how much time we're going to have as the feature race. I really hope also maybe that in later seasons, if Alan Bestwick stays as the announcer, he may get like a partner and both of them can have banter. That's just my opinion. And we're coming to the back of the pack. Once again. Really? Thanks, mate. Really appreciate that. So these are all the save the little tires right now. Oh, don't want to go high. I'll put it back on the scoreboard in a couple seconds. Oh, hello. That was too low right there. Wait, when I hit 19.15, that was a pretty quick lap. It was 3 seconds ahead of Santos. Again, Antonio Canan, who at this point I will apologize. I didn't see the starting grid for the Indy 500 this weekend, but Tony Kanaan is racing again, another Indy 500. Excuse me, Tony. Thanks.
So far, so good. We've had some great racing today.
But man, that was pretty neat to be around and seeing that little AI make mistakes. Kind of like in Jeff's video when he showed the game off last week at Outdoor. But I was really thinking this game would feel like Tony Stewart a little bit better than Tony Stewart All-American Racing. I wasn't really prepared for this. And people in Red kind of said that this was kind of like an iRacing / All Factor. I'm sorry if I got that incorrect, but if that's true, maybe there is some pretty much hope for NASCAR 2021, even though that's being made by the All Factor team and by Motorsports Games. But man, this is really good.
The SRX race format really sets it apart from other
Okay. That's still decent. Like I said earlier, this is kind of like default setups for them when it comes to the racing and that kind of setup. And the tire and fuel consumption is only less. Thanks, Bill. I'm gonna say a little bit going into the big race. Maybe about 14 laps to go. So it's 3 laps in a minute. 15, 30, 45. And she's going, oh, close! That may be another caution. There it is. If I didn't say earlier, this is technically on strict. I hope you spin out things because the AI's tires are kind of ruined. That doesn't bode well for the for the future. Because I do believe each of these heat races are adding up to roughly around 45 laps. So far we've done about 60 laps. But if you add these cautions, we may have done about maybe 70. But either way, yeah, this is going to be a two-parter. Oh boy. Come on. Benjamin 2 minutes plus 1 lap island. There. I know I should be saving these tires right now, but the way it's going, I think we're gonna have more than enough tire right now.
You can feel the intensity starting to ramp up with this fast lap. It's no time to allow the driver to just cycle.
Woo, hello. I kind of wish the PSN share function was, instead of 1 hour, 3 hours, so I didn't have to cut this in half. The share factory additional 20 minutes can stay. But that's just me.
So far, so good. We've had some great racing today.
So roughly maybe 3 more laps right now.
So far, so good. We've had some great racing today.
And we're on now 2 to go. It's been a pretty insane 60 laps or so. Maybe up to 70 at this point with all the cautions.
Last lap.
Well, we're going to definitely have some decently good tires. But now we're about to go into the big parts. Got the heat victory. All right. Just waiting for the finish. And everyone, that's gonna be it for this video. Hope to see you all next time for the feature race. I'm JVC1103. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. And until part 2, the feature race here in Lucas Oil Raceway, be safe everyone, and peace.